Good morning, friends, and welcome to another day and another vlog. Now, I just wanted to say a quick thank you on my last video. I was really anxious to share the process of deciding whether or not to stick with my PhD, and the amount of comments and support and messages that I've received is honestly overwhelming. And I think it just comes to show how important it is to show the process of this and the ups and the downs and how it is that we take care of ourselves and how we support one another and how we build community. And so this vlog was actually taken the week after the accepted symposium, and I think it just kind of encapsulates where I was at. I was still really anxious, was still in the process of making my decision. And so if you've seen that video, then you understand a bit more of the context in which I was experiencing this week. And so I got up first thing in the morning to go say hello to the horses. They always just bring me such peace of mind. And I love getting to play with Eve in particular. She's just so sweet and spicy. And I'm just going to go ahead and let the vlog speak for itself, but I just wanted to say thank you as we get started. And I'll chat with you all soon. Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Kaelyn. I am unsure how to actually describe my identity at this moment in time. I have always said, hi, my name is Kaelyn. I'm a fifth year PhD candidate in history and African American studies at Yale. I make content about my life and informational content about academia and productivity, but something about that just feels a bit off. And if you have seen my recent video about my PhD, then you know why. And the weird thing about filming this vlog is that today is actually the day that I'm meeting with my advisor to have the conversation about what the rest of my PhD is going to look like. And so, as you can tell, I'm feeling a little emotional about it. But I haven't vlogged for about a month. And there are many reasons for this. The main reason being that I didn't feel like I could just create a vlog and feel like it was normal and talk about all the things that were going on besides the PhD, because this has taken up so much of my life and my kind of emotional bandwidth over the past couple of weeks. And I wasn't ready to talk about it. And I think it's important not to share things publicly before you feel like you've processed it enough that other people's opinions don't really matter to you. And I think I'm finally at the place where I'm pretty settled in how I feel about the PhD, but still don't know what's going to happen next. And therefore, I have been feeling a little off when it comes to vlogging. I haven't felt as creative. I didn't really know what I could and felt comfortable sharing, and so I just decided not to share anything at all. I was at the acceptance symposium this last weekend and was just reminded that I do have a really wonderful, supportive community. And it's not to say that I don't think that my community through YouTube or through Instagram or through social media generally isn't supportive, because you guys have been. But there's something about actually knowing the people that you're talking to. And it's weird being a YouTuber because I don't know you and I want to know you. And I feel like everybody knows so much about me and my life and my thought process. But what's really lovely at Acceptance Society is that I actually get to connect with these people, and I feel like I know their research and I know their stories and I know the things that they care about. And so when they offer that support, it feels like an actual community. It feels like I'm actually being held. And I finally admitted to the community that I've been struggling with this decision. And everybody's been so wonderful. And that is to say that this vlog is going to be a little bit different. And I just want to take you through the week as I'm going through these changes, because I just don't want to forget what this transition and what this period of time felt like. I didn't really record when I was going through the process, or at least not a lot of it. And I kind of regret that, because this might not make sense to anybody but a YouTuber, but sometimes when you're going through a really difficult time or you're going through this really lovely moment, actually recording it helps you process the emotion itself. And I don't really know how to describe it beyond that. It's just that whenever I've been going through a really difficult time, I just don't really feel like I'm past it until I've created a vlog and I've edited it and I've like gone through the emotions of taking what I'm feeling and creating art with it, because that's what videos are. That's how I view vlogs. It's a form of artistic expression. And until I talk about it and make a video about it, I don't really feel like I fully process the emotion. And putting the clips together and watching myself go through these processes and adding music and thinking about the pacing and all those things like really help me process whatever it is that I'm going through. And I haven't fully edited the video that you've seen about the PhD decision, because part of that is my conversation with my advisor today, and I don't really know what they're gonna say. And so either you're watching this vlog and you know that I have either left my PhD or I am continuing on and have actually received the support of my institution to do so in a way that actually works for me and a way that allows me to actually be the whole human that I am. And so that's a bit weird, because you know more than I do right now. But I've rambled on enough. I typically try to keep my introductions under 90 seconds, and that is obviously not what has happened today. But I think that that's just kind of what this vlog is going to be. It's just the process of a decision being made, and either being utterly devastated and heartbroken, or actually having a way through that actually works. So I'm hoping it's the latter, but I don't know. So I'm gonna get on with my day. I'm gonna do a little bit of admin, a little bit of dissertation work, and hope that it's not for nothing. And then I'm gonna do my day job and go riding, and then have a full afternoon of meetings. So PhD advisor is to get their students to the point of publication, or to get their students to the point of graduation with the dissertation. And so it would be against their better interest for them not to help me find a solution. And so I'm just trying to have faith that they will. We are T-minus 7 minutes away from like the most important call of my PhD. And I feel like I'm gonna be sick. But I'm trying to remember that ultimately, I'm hoping that they are supportive and they help me find a way through this. Oh my God, I'm gonna be sick. I am a good historian. I'm a good student. I want to finish this PhD. I care about my research. And if they care about my research and they care about me as well, then we'll work a way, then we'll find a way to get through this together. And everything will be okay. These are the days I really, really wish I did not have anxiety. Because this feels horrible. But I feel this way because I care, and that's a good thing. Wish me luck, guys. Okay. God damn it, I'm so tall. Okay. It's been 20 minutes. They didn't show up to the meeting, and they also didn't open my email. And instead of just sitting at my computer, hitting refresh and feeling frustrated and all of that, I'm gonna go ahead and go outside and take Boo for a walk. He got his back done, so I'm actually not gonna ride him today. But I am gonna take him for a nice little hand walk. So I just need to get off my computer because otherwise I'm gonna drive myself crazy. Yeah, I'm all right. There's been some kind of difficult just logistical factors to chat about. The issue with this is that I'm going to need to balance working enough to support myself while doing the dissertation. Now, I've juggled many things in the past. I've been an athlete while working full-time. I've had multiple jobs while being in school throughout my entire academic career. So it's not so much my concern about managing the time. I think it's just I wanted to have a conversation with you about timeline and expectations and how to go about things in order to make that work. Because I do want to finish the dissertation. I do want to I still feel very immersed in the research. Yeah, and so all right. I'm still a PhD student. I have a plan. We're gonna finish this dissertation. My advisor was supportive. We had a chat about timelines, and they were very understanding about me working while working on the dissertation. They were also very understanding about what direction I would like to go in with my career, and I I'm just so grateful that we got to have that meeting. They had some email and technical difficulties, which is why they were late for the meeting. So I'm glad that we managed to connect. And now I'm going to shower and call it a day. It's only 7:30, but I am just gonna go take a shower and get in bed and just give myself a little bit of a rest. And then I need to get up tomorrow morning and edit a YouTube video because that needs to go out. So I would say I'm happy, but I'm honestly just relieved and thinking about how I'm gonna balance it all. But if anybody can do it, I think I can. And I'll figure out a way through. And I'll see you tomorrow morning. I have sat down at my computer. I have my breakfast all made up along with my blueberry latte, and I sat down to start editing. However, there was a bunch of footage that I needed to actually get off of a bunch of the SD cards from the weekend at the Acceptance Symposium. And I have a fair bit of it already downloaded, but there's some miscellaneous stuff that needs to go on there. And so I'm just waiting for that to download, and it's just taking a little longer than I would like. So I am just doing a little bit of content ideation. One thing that I've been thinking a lot about as I've been going through this weird transition and trying to figure out like what's going on with the PhD and whatnot is just kind of what content I want to make. And the thing was that around the time that I was figuring out this decision over the past, I feel like it's the past 5-ish weeks, because it really came to a boiling point when I was in Oxford the last time, and not during the symposium, but the time before that. And I just haven't wanted to talk about my dissertation or anything PhD related or student related. And now I feel like reinvigorated because of the Acceptance Symposium and wanting to see if I can find a good balance between vlogs that really show how it is that I'm balancing a full-time job with the dissertation, with everything, and also wanting to make more content that's finance related, productivity related. I also have some like just general like wellness and opinion piece videos that I want to make. And the strategist in me that works on the Ali Abdaal team knows that I need to narrow down the focus in order for my channel to be the most successful in terms of growth. But I feel like I'm going into a new chapter of my life, and I am basically just going to treat my channel as though I don't have any subscribers, and I'm just going to experiment. Because the thing that I tell anybody that wants to start a YouTube channel is it's not about doing it perfectly, it's just about doing it. And the problem is that trying to figure out what my quote unquote niche is or how it is that I identify myself online is making it so that way I don't want to post anything online because it just feels really intimidating. Therefore, my solution is basically going to be that I'm just going to make the content that I would like to see online and just hope that the
the right people find my channel, and I will kind of maybe think about strategy later on. But right now I just feel like I need to have some creative exploration and just talk about all the things. Because right now the thing that I'm struggling with in terms of content is, for example, doing that intro and saying, hi, my name is Kaelyn. I'm a fifth-year PhD candidate in history and African American studies, and I do this and I do that. I just wish I had like a tiny tagline. Like, for example, when Ali starts his videos, it's, I'm a doctor turned entrepreneur. I mean, I could kind of say I'm a historian turned entrepreneur, but like I still feel like I'm a historian at the same time that I'm being an entrepreneur, at the same time that I'm being a creator, at the same time that I'm like riding horses and doing equestrian things. So I don't know. I feel like the idea that you have to have like a tagline for your YouTube videos and for your websites and all these things, I understand it from a marketing perspective. I understand it from an SEO perspective, but I'm struggling with it from a personal perspective because I don't like having to, put myself in this categorized box. And I am sorry that I keep itching my eye. My eyes are just driving me nuts. But anyway, I feel so much better than I did yesterday. And I think that's probably fairly obvious just based on my general attitude today. But I'm just eating my breakfast and waiting for these things to load. I have about an hour and a half until my first meeting. So I'm hoping that this downloads quick enough that I can make some progress. Everything is on the timeline for this video, but for some reason the vlogging footage seems to be missing, which is the part that's throwing me. So I think it might be on this SD card, but I don't know. And I also think that that was the dishwasher. So I'm gonna go and I'll check in with you later.
It's funny how after making a decision, everybody asks you how you're feeling. And new chapters often take a little bit of time to settle into. And this day and the rest of this week, honestly, I felt was a pretty strong indication that even though I had made the decision, I hadn't quite processed all of the emotions of it. And so as we head on to the sponsored message of this video, I just want to share how Ana Luisa has played a role in the various chapters of my life and share a little bit of what it means to me to work with a company that I really love. And let's chat a little bit about Ana Luisa.
It is that time to talk about the sponsor of today's video, which is none other than Ana Luisa. I have been working with Ana Luisa for years, and every time you see me wearing jewelry, it is from Ana Luisa. I have my signature pieces on today that I wear every single day, and I shower with them. I love them so much, and I just want to share them with you. Also tell you a little bit about some of the new pieces they have coming to their collection that you can shop for the back to school season. If you just want to get something a little pretty, if you want to get a gift for a friend. It's also Virgo season, so if you've got a friend that's got a birthday coming up, and whether you like something a little bit dainty, if you want statement pieces, if you want gold, if you want silver, they have something for everyone. And on my fingers, I have 3 pieces, including a new piece that they gifted me that I'm really excited about and is really beautiful and versatile. So I'm just gonna show you some of my most worn pieces. First and foremost, we have my heart ring that I wear on my pointer finger on my left hand. The other piece that I have is my little crescent ring. I think I've been wearing my crescent ring for almost probably over a year now, come to think of it. And I absolutely love it. I have the silver as well as the gold, but I tend to wear gold jewelry, and it just lives on my right hand. It has been there for months and months and months, and it is one of my signature pieces. But my new signature piece that has just been added to my collection is this multi-faced moonstone ring. So it's got this beautiful pearlescent side to it as well as this emerald side, and I love it because I personally love wearing gold with a little bit of green or emerald, And I have a couple of different pieces from them, including my bracelet here that has some green accents. And so it's really nice because then I can just flip this over and then I have the green side. But if I want it to be a little bit more neutral, we can just flip it over and use the pearl side, and it is just stunning. So if you are looking to gift someone a present for their birthday or for a special occasion, or if you're just looking to pick up something special for yourself, go ahead and check out Ana Luisa. They have new pieces added to their collection all the time. But in addition to that, they have some of their best sellers that you can check out on their website, and use my discount code in the description below in order to pick up your first piece. I absolutely love my Ana Luisa jewelry, and I know you will too. And let's go ahead and get back to the vlog.
I recently discovered a new angle from which to begin my research, and in order to begin at the exploration phase, I suppose, I needed to go back to some of the literature that I had read during my comprehensive exams. This included Holly Brewer's The Age of Consent. I've read this book multiple times, and what I find really interesting as a historian is how often you really just need to return to the historiography. I don't have a perfect photographic memory, and oftentimes when we return to a piece of work that was so central to our early studies, we see different things as we mature in our scholarship. And as I've taken a little bit of a step away and am now returning, I am seeing new things in the documents, in the historiography, and that's really exciting. And it is also very draining because as I had just made the decision to return, I had begun doing dissertation work over the previous week, but I still wasn't feeling entirely myself. And so while I was working on the dissertation here, I just want to say that I didn't bounce back perfectly. If anything, you'll see over the upcoming vlogs that it just took a little bit of time in order to get back into the swing of things and to find my pace again. And so this was just my attempt at getting back into it and just doing a little bit before starting the work day.
I've been a bad vlogger. I did my little reading sprint for the dissertation this morning and then immediately just jumped into a bunch of meetings and project work. On Monday mornings, we have the scorecard, weekly memo, and project updates that have to be sent in. And I swear, I feel like it should take 30 minutes, but it always takes me like 2 hours to get through everything. And that's just honestly because my brain needs so much time to process all of the different things that are going on and trying to make sure that I am doing things in an organized way, ensuring that the way that I'm presenting information in my updates is, you know, legible to everybody else. And it's just a bit challenging, but it is about 3 in the afternoon, but I'm just gonna go ahead and get back to work and see what kind of progress can be made. Gotta just fix the settings. All right, it has been a very busy day. I'm still not done with work, but I got a fairy loot package. I have been really interested in collecting special edition books. It has become a bit of a problem in that I now have quite a few of them and I need to stop all my subscriptions. But I just got off of the Fairy Loot waitlist, and so I'm very excited because they have just such beautiful copies. And it's also nice because it introduces you to new authors and things of that nature. So I'm just gonna show you what I got. So I think I have the adult and YA box. The first book we have is The Girl with No Reflection by Keshi Chow. And look how beautiful these end pages are. They're just stunning. It's giving Mulan vibes. It's got this beautiful sprayed edge. It's just stunning. And normally when you take off the cover, there's also foiling on the actual hardback. And this also has a reversible sleeve, which is, it's just gorgeous. This one's a bit smaller. And this is Long Live Evil. Has a very interesting title foiling. Longing for Revenge. Look at this sprayed edge, it's so pretty. It's giving, let's see. It's right for anyone who's ever fallen for the villain. This looks interesting. It's by Sarah Rees Brennan, who's an Irish author. This looks interesting. See, this is not something I would pick up at the bookstore, but I'm fascinated, and the sprayed edges are just beautiful. I do, however, kind of need to end my subscriptions because I have a bit of a book buying addiction, if that wasn't evident already. These are so pretty, and I'm so excited to read the synopsis and add it to the TBR. I am like so deeply intertwined in historical fiction right now. I'm currently about to finish The Rose Code, and it is, I can hardly think about anything else. This book is so good. I so highly recommend it. I can't wait to do a reading wrap up. And God, I need to film more reading content, but have been really bad about it recently and just need to get back in the swing of things. I also love that they have these beautiful cards with each of the books. I have to work on some touchpoint maps for the Productivity Lab launch at the end of September and get some stuff done for Accepted Society. We got our new branding done and got all of the files from the graphic designer that we're working with and need to go ahead and implement that onto the website and all those things. I also need to plan to film tomorrow, so I am going to spend the next couple of hours getting that sorted out so that way I can go to bed really early tonight because I did not sleep very well last night and need a little bit more rest. So I'm gonna put these on the shelves, get back to work. Coffee like I need air in my lungs this morning. Good evening. How are you? Yeah. Lovely. Lovely. That's very helpful. Yeah, I mean it's not highly crucial. It's just something that
The message I want to end this video with is that I actually ended off this week feeling really anxious. I had not yet posted or even finished editing the video about my PhD, and it was weighing really heavily on my mind. And I still showed up, I did my work, I still did dissertation work every day. I just tried to do little bits and pieces, but that doesn't mean that I was immediately healed or that I immediately felt better. And while in the past I used to try to analyze this and figure out why it was that I was feeling this way, I just decided that with the advice of some friends and my partner, that I was just going to let myself sit in it and be the anxious mess that I was for the 2 weeks until I posted that video. And I guess I wanted to share this with you because there's no perfect redemption arc. There's not this perfect trajectory towards healing, and even when a decision has been made, that doesn't mean that the emotions just fade. And so I was feeling quite anxious at the end of this week, at the end of this vlog, but I'm really proud of myself for just sharing it, and I hope that it helps you just sit with your emotions a little bit this week and feel your feelings. And I hope you have a wonderful day, and I can't wait for you to see the next vlog. Thank you, everyone, and thank you again to Ana Luisa for sponsoring this video. I'll see you soon, friends. Bye.